And with me right now is the president of the United Board, that's Sue Margolis. And this week they had their meeting, which was on Tuesday. So Sue, welcome.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here. And good morning, everybody. This week there were a number of developments in the United Boards, some involving our liaisons with other boards. So if it may be helpful to recall the board relations, especially for new residents. There are two housing boards, United and Third, and I'm sure you're all aware of that. There is a board to oversee the amenities, the clubhouses, etc., and that's GRF. And finally, there is the VMS board, which is not very visible to anybody. This board has 3 representatives from United, 3 from GRF, and 3 from Third. And these are elected by the respective boards. The VMS board does not have a charter, but it does have a set of bylaws that spell out their duties. Their main duty is to hire and fire the CEO. And I'm sure he's not, the latter he doesn't want to hear.
Right.
So they do this by reviewing what each department is accomplishing and evaluate the CEO based on how the departments are performing. And the VMS board has no budget, so they don't spend any money. Each of the board gives a list of their priorities, tasks, and budget to VMS board and the staff, and they're responsible to get the job done. This concept of self-management makes it so we don't have to pay a 10% to a management firm. We elected from the field of 4 very strong candidates, Cynthia Rupert. Could we have her slide put up?
All right, we got that up for you.
She is a very strong person and will come into her position in December. And you can see she's been here a long time. She knows the village, and she will be, she's an accountant, so she knows how to get things done. And we're going to look at her goal is unparalleled service and support and promote staff retention and loyalty. So we're looking forward to having her represent us and be our liaison. The other big thing that happened in the meeting is the CEO reported on what was the strategic plan. There was a meeting held for the boards and the staff to look at the 5-year plan and put together some tasks to be done in May in support of the plan. So it was November 20th, we had a facilitator, and everything was really well done. The staff and the board went through the SWOT analysis. I'm not sure if you're...
It's on site, the SWOT analysis. Okay.
So you look at your internal strengths, your external opportunities, your internal weaknesses, and external threats. And we went through that, and then we went to look at our 70 internal strengths were reported. So we have a good base to work from. And then we went on to the mission and vision statement that was presented. It was selected in an earlier meeting. And so what we are looking at is to ensure that Laguna Woods residents get unparalleled opportunities to enjoy the utmost of active living. So it's active living, and we really want to see that people are happy. So we went on, and then the meat of the meeting was gone, and 3-year goals were made, and 20 different tasks were committed in support to the 5-year goals. So these are the 5-year goals: ensure financial stability and longevity, improve customer service, attract and get high quality staff, technology, and upgrade the infrastructure. So here are some of the goals that are specific to this. They're going to create a new insurance strategy. These are to be done by May. So these are little steps towards the 3-year goal. And we will be talking more on this insurance problem in the future. We had a large increase in our insurance costs this year due to the fires and all of the climate change events. And it really took a big bite out of our contingency fund. So next year it will go against the assessment, and we really need to look at a way to adjust that, because it right now would be almost $20 per manor against the assessment.
Okay.
They want to identify revenue opportunities other than assessments, because we can't keep raising these rates and have people able to stay in their homes, and we're really working hard to figure out how to take care of this problem. We're going to establish measurements, reporting, and goals for customer service. This is one area which everybody's affected. Whenever you make a phone call to our service center, you know what we need to do, and we're working very hard on that. Then the other one that people for a long time have asked for is explore the feasibility of allowing residents to be hired by VMS for part-time and full-time paid positions. So no city requires that you move out of the city in order to work there. So we're looking at ways that we can do that, and what the reasoning is not to have some people working here.
Well, I know right now you have a lot of part-time.
We have a lot of part-time.
Right.
And there's a little complaint that they complain to their boss, I pay your salary.
Right. Yeah.
But realistically, we were looking at that.
Okay.
They're going to review and present the technology plan and develop an infrastructure improvement plan. These are not so pretty and are costly, so we have to worry about what the cost of these will be and how we're going to go ahead. We will, in the near future, be looking for volunteers, probably in January, to solve some of the problems and do research for innovative solutions on these problems. So if you have some insurance or energy or water, or these are the types of things we're going to be looking for people with expertise in these areas. It's not a commitment to a board. It's going to be research groups to look at what ways we can go forward on this. So now the meat of the business. We directed our lawyer to file 6 liens and 4 claims. This is costly to the mutual as well as to the resident. Please don't put us in this position of not paying for your assessments and chargeable things in a timely fashion. Having to put liens and go to small claims court is just not the way we want to deal with this business, because we usually win.
Yeah.
And it's not, and the fees for these go added onto your bill.
Yeah. Yeah.
So please look at that. We passed the 3 alteration changes that were on 20-day notice for soft water heater units, water heaters, and ramps, and they are going to go into effect. And this way, you don't have to get a variance in order to do these changes. All you have to do is abide by what the alteration notes say. We passed 2 new resolutions. There is a change to the governing docs charter, which isn't really a minor change. We list out all of the documents that they're responsible for and how to use the lawyer so that we do it in a cost-effective way for that committee. And then we did an increase on the fees, on late fees on chargeable services from $10 to $35 to reflect the cost of the processing them. This has not been raised in a number of years, and so it's a costly effect. In closed session, we signed off on a contract for tree trimming. The plan is to outsource tree trimming partially to a contractor who has better equipment than us and can do the work for less money than we can internally. Landscape will then transfer those trimmers that are no longer needed to the crews, since VMS has been trying since last February to hire more staff with no luck. Their pay will not change, and we will still have a small crew to continue to trim some of our trees. And that's what we did.
Okay. And Your meeting it wasn't too long, 2.5 hours or so, I believe.
Well, we got done before 12:30,
Yeah.
which is unusual for us.
Yeah.
But we're trying to keep it too short. And with the election, that took a fair amount of
Right.
time.
Yeah,
And I
that's
was
true.
worried we were going to have to go to 2 rounds, that we wouldn't find, with 4 candidates, that we wouldn't get it on the first round.
Yeah.
But fortunately, we were able to come to a consensus with the group and get it on the first round. And I think we have a great candidate, so
Yeah.
I'm not worried. If there are any questions on these, please feel free to ask them of me, and I'll be around.
All right. Thank you very much, Sue. Good to see you, and we'll be right back.